Hello everyone, I'm Jun and welcome to my channel Libriomer with another daytime video, which means it's going to be a bit noisy, so sorry in advance. But as everything has an ending, including good things, one of those good things was this challenge called Supersize, SuperSmall Summer Reading Challenge, which was about reading big and small books. Big books, more than 700 pages, and small books, less than 200 pages. It started in June 20th until September the 2nd, so it's finished already. But it was a good experience. I always enjoy participating in challenges, and especially in this one, created and hosted by Kim, the paper traveler, to whom I have to say thanks so much. First of all, thanks for because she's always supporting me. You are always supporting me for all my projects and for my channel, for my videos, and always suggesting my ideas and my work, even in my other channel. So thanks so much for that, and also thanks for allowing me, inviting me to participate again a second year in this challenge. Also, I sent greetings to my fellow co-hosts Mindy from Mindy's Book Journey, Kathi from Nerdy Kathi channel, and my friend Grozz from the GKBC channel, who I think got the golden medal for this challenge. So congratulations, my friend. And what about me? How was my journey in this challenge? I don't know. I think I have succeeded and I haven't at the same time. I don't know. You will tell me. So let's see. I mean, my original idea, or my first idea, was reading 4 books, 2 big and 2 small books. The first book was A Suitable Boy, and the other one was Outlander, the first book in the Outlander series. I didn't read any of those books. Yeah, so I failed. Sorry, my friends, I failed. I didn't read any big book. But I think I did better in reading small books. So the first book I read was The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Douglas Adams. I was hesitating about this book because for some reason I knew that I wouldn't enjoy it. And yeah, I didn't. It was okay, but I don't know, I didn't find it interesting. So it was okay, but just that. Then I read Kitchen by Banana Yoshimoto. I have already mentioned this book in a previous video, but this is about this girl who loses her grandma. So she starts living in the house of a friend, kind of a neighbor. So yeah, it's kind of a sad book in some way. Then I read Strange Weather in Tokyo by Hiromi Kawakami. These are Japanese books, by the way. And this book is about a girl who meets her teacher. Yeah, a teacher that she had before. And from then on, they start having kind of a relationship. So again, yeah, it's a beautiful book if you want to read it. But yeah, these books have this sad feeling in some way. So I don't know if you're going to enjoy them, but you can try. Then I read Heaven by Miyako Kawakami, which is a book about these 2 teenagers who are bullied, but terribly bullied at the school. I really didn't enjoy this book. It's very crude. No, I don't recommend reading this type of books. And then I read, I think this is the last Japanese book I read, was The Housekeeper and the Professor by Yoko Ogawa, which is about this woman who starts working in the house of an old man. So she's taking care of this old man. But this man, who is a mathematician or a teacher of mathematics, he cannot remember after certain seconds or minutes. So he's always forgetting about people. And in addition, this woman brings her son to the house of this teacher. So there is a relationship between all of them. It's a very beautiful book with a nice message. I cannot say that it's a nice ending, unfortunately, but it's a beautiful story in some way, but sad. Then I read The Little Prince by Antoine de Saint-Exupéry, This is a book that I have read many years ago when I was a child. It's a very short book, fast reading, and I enjoy it in some way, but it doesn't feel the same when you are a child, when you read it for the first time. But it's a nice and beautiful book. Then I read Jonathan Livingston Seagull by Richard Bach. This is another book that I read many years ago. This is one of my favorite books, and very simple, about the seagull who thinks that flying is more than just flying. It's not just for getting food, but also to enjoy the art of flying. So it's very beautiful, very short, very simple. But I didn't feel it as I felt it when I read it for the first time. So it was an okay reading this time, but it's still one of my favorite books. Then I read the story of the seagull and the cat who taught her to fly by Luis Sepulveda. This is a story about a cat who has to teach how to fly to a seagull. So it's a very beautiful book, mainly for children, and there is environmental theme behind this book. So yeah, it's a nice book. Then I read The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde by Robert Louis Stevenson. I had a different idea about this book, so I was wrong in some way. And I think the book was very good, actually. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, it's very different from what I thought it. So I would recommend it to anyone who wants to read this classic in some way. Then I read All Systems Red by Martha Wells, which is a science fiction book about this robot that looks more like human than like a robot. There are many people saying that this is a very good series, and I understand why, but I didn't feel that I want to continue reading for now. I think it's going to be very interesting. The next books are going to be interesting, but by now the first one was okay. Then I read As a Man Thinketh by James Allen, which is a book about knowing yourself, and the way you think is the way you act, something like that. It's more like an inspirational book. Then I read A Case of Conscience by James Blish, which is a science fiction book about this group of scientists. One of them, the main character, is a priest, and they have to visit this alien planet and study their culture. So I think it was an interesting book at the beginning, then starting to fail in some way, and the ending was not what I expected. I wanted something different, but I think it's one of those books that when you are reading, you know that there must be an ending, even if you don't like it, and it has to be that ending. There's no other way. So this is one of those books. But it was a very good book in terms of science fiction. Finally, I read The Man Who Fell to Earth by Walter Tevis, science fiction book, and it's about this guy who is an alien, comes to Earth, and he has the idea that he wants to bring his whole family or friends, I don't know, from his own planet. But in order to do so, he has to have money. So when he comes to Earth, he is starting to act like a human person, getting money, because he's so intelligent that he discovers new things and he brings new technology. And yeah, it's very interesting. I didn't like the ending though, but again, it's one of those books that's the ending, and there's no other way in order to make this book good. So I read in total 13 books, and finally I read Full Metal Alchemist by Hiromu Arakawa, which is an anime and also a manga. I read the manga, I read 5, and so in total were 18 books. And about Full Metal Alchemist, I would say that it's okay, but I don't find it that great yet. Maybe the next volumes are going to be better, but the first one were just okay. So yeah, in total I read 13 books plus 5 anime volumes, total 18. I gave more time to read the small books than big books. So, but don't worry about A Suitable Boy, because I will be reading it, not yet, but soon. And also Outlander, that I want to start reading maybe during this month or maybe the next one. So thanks so much for watching and listening to this video. Thanks again to Kim for inviting me to participate in this challenge, to my co-host too. I hope you have read and participated in this challenge too. So thank you so much, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye.